Anybody there?
At first it had seemed a day just like any other day, but I knew this was going to be different. And it was. You could sense it. Others had noticed it too.
Hello?
Okay then, thanks, bye-bye. I've just had another one of those calls reporting a fault, but they're not one of our customers.
There was a presence. Something alien. And it was inside BT. Then I saw it. A hostel. Inside the building. Yeah, off limits. A whole area inside the exchange had been taken over.
It was then that we realised that things at BT would never be quite the same again. Mind you, let's face it, change is something we're pretty used to around here, isn't it? Apparently, this was something happening in all the major telecoms companies throughout Europe. An EU directive, no less. See, it's all this broadband technology and the fantastic new things you can send down an ordinary copper pair, new services, and new suppliers wanting to offer customers a whole new range of products. So, with the new directive in place, if Mr. and Mrs. Bloggs of Rose Cottage or Acme Incorporated think they can get a different kind of service from one of our competitors, then that competitor will be allowed to take over the line, lease it from BT and use it for anything, from high-speed broadband to plain old telephone service. And that's something that's quite new. It's called local loop unbundling. Sexy title, huh? Now, the thing is, for our competitors to take over any customer lines in BT's local area network, they either need to have a link to their own building or their own dedicated sections within our exchanges.
And that's what this is for. Outside, it's BT. Inside, it's now, well, the other lot. The competition in our building. See, it works like this.
The service is still delivered over a BT local access line. If it's one of our services, it's connected normally. If the line's leased to a competitor, it's connected to a handover distribution frame, either in their own building or within something called a hostel in our exchange. That's an area inside the exchange which can house cabinets belonging to any number of other companies. Each company will have its own bay.
And their engineers will be able to gain access to the hostel, though not the rest of the exchange, 24/7. Of course, the cabinets in there don't look any different, only now not everything inside the hostel is BT's responsibility.
And some of the calls now that come into BT aren't our responsibility either.
No, I do understand. But they are responsible for providing your service. It's important that you contact them. I do understand how you feel.
Some customers still tend to think of BT as their first point of contact if anything goes wrong with their connection, even if they're not with us. We need to turn those calls back quickly and efficiently, and that takes a bit of training.
You got to be a bit quick on your feet sometimes when you're on one of these jobs as well.
See, these people here aren't BT's customers.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, soon be sorted for you.
Thank you.
Before you ask, the situation is this. BT has contracted my services to the people who are providing these people with their telecoms. Mind you, you've still got to make sure you do a good job.
Now, I know what you're thinking. What's in it for us?
Yeah.
What you've got to remember is that the new broadband services that are coming on stream offer a fantastic marketing opportunity for BT. A communications explosion, high revenue products that people are really going to want. And BT aims to be the brand leader, both in direct sales and in wholesale. Plus, local lines leased to other operators are going to provide a steady and profitable revenue stream to BT. Orders and repair reports will be handled through a service management centre. They'll come directly from the LLU operators, and in that situation, we'll be working in partnership with them to provide good professional service. Even in the tough regulatory environment that we work in, BT is in an excellent position to benefit from the new technologies. It's going to take some adjusting to, but we all know about adjusting, don't we?
So have a look at the rest of this programme.
To find out how the changes affect you.
Now here's a situation you might well meet.
Oh, hello. Can I help you?
Hi, I gather you've ordered some new equipment. I'm here to install the external line for it.
Oh, no, I think there must be some mistake here, love. We're not with BT anymore.
I know you're not.
You may find yourself subcontracted by the new local loop operator, so you're on call on behalf of Telly this or Cable that, and that may quite possibly confuse the end user, even if they are a major corporate client.
One solution would be to carry different uniforms for all the companies we subcontract to. But no, that'd be stupid. See, although our customer in a case like this is a service provider, it still makes sense to fly the flag and impress the end user with our professionalism.
Whatever happens, I can tell you this, you're likely to be busy, working directly for BT and our own end user customers, or working in partnership with a local loop operator. You could even find yourself working for a competitor, installing their kit inside your own exchange. What you've always got to remember is that now there may be two lots of people to impress with your expertise and efficiency. The BT customer, which in this case is the service provider, to make sure we keep the contract, and the end user. Remember, all of them have the potential to come back to BT.
You might want to take a look at the Servicing the Service Provider video, just to see what you should and shouldn't do when you're with an end user that isn't BT's own. I know one thing's certain, it's a changing world we're part of, and engineers are at the sharp end. Well, aren't we always? It's going to be up to us as much as anybody to make sure that BT meets the challenge of change.
Yes, I know I'm with another company, but they're still BT lines, aren't they? I mean, I phoned the other lot hours ago, but nothing's been done. I've got a business to run.
I do understand your problem, madam. I can appreciate why you're not happy.
Usually, end-user customer orders, faults and complaints reported to an LLU operator will automatically be passed to BT's LLU Service Management Centre. And the LLU operators should be keeping their end-user customers informed. However, from time to time, customers will still complain to us about the service they're getting, when it's no longer us that provides that service, and they're not even our customers anymore. LLU will mean that some of our customers will switch across to other operators. But because it's always been us they've come to when they've got a problem, we may still be the first people they call.
Hello, yes, I keep having the same problem. I can't access the internet and I can't get an outside line.
It's a situation that has been thought about.
Good morning, you're through to Sue at BT. I've got your information in front of me. Can I just confirm your name, address and postal code?
The first thing, of course, is to continue to make calling BT a positive experience, even when you can see the caller's not actually a BT customer. But there's a second thing you can do as well. You can be the first link in the chain that encourages people to come back to BT.
Yes, I do understand, but they have responsibility for your line. No, I can appreciate that you're not happy. Well, if you do feel that, would you be interested in discussing further what BT could do for you?
In as friendly a way as possible, you're going to have to turn the caller back to their own LLU operator.
OK, I'll just make a note of that.
But with the caller's permission, we'll be able to pass their name on to the retail response team. If they're not happy with their new service, it may well be time for them to come back to us. We've done it before, and we can do it again. Winning back customers. That's the real challenge of LLU, and that's a challenge we can all be part of.
Well, good luck with that, and I'll make sure that someone from BT's retail department calls you very soon.
Video on demand. Graphic-rich IP content. Integrated e-business ordering processes. Digital lines open 24 hours a day. LLU means intense competition for a share of the broadband and other communication markets. But new technologies, including DSL, are ensuring that there are also expanding opportunities for everyone. And as the communications market grows, our challenge is to grow with it by maintaining the major share. Firstly, by getting the positive BT message out there. We understand the technology because we're the leading developers of it. BT's Ignite and Open World divisions are in pole position to supply other operators, end-user customers and BT's own retail division alike with the new technologies. BT Retail can take advantage of our position as leading developers of the new technologies to continue to promote BT as the #1 service provider of choice. Secondly, we can protect our share by meeting our end-user customers' needs, and that means listening.
Well, I'd like to improve communication with my suppliers for one thing. Speed things up, reduce costs, of course.
Exploring the options with customers to provide solutions for their present and future communication needs. Thirdly, we can protect our share by defending our share. When necessary, at their request, enquiring customers can be transferred from any call centre to a retail response team.
Well, if you do feel that, would you like to talk to someone that can go through what BT could do for you?
Giving retail response teams the opportunity to explain the benefits of remaining BT customers.
I have a Mr. Prentice of Cartwright and Prentice wishing to discuss his options with you.
Hello, Mr. Prentice. I believe you're considering using another supplier. Perhaps we can discuss your reasons for this and what best deals and savings BT can offer you.
Some customers may prefer to just go ahead and move to another service provider. However, by industry agreement, our receipt of a signed reply card from the end user gives a retail response team an opportunity to call them to ensure that they are making an informed choice.
Hello Mr. Carter, it's BT here. I understand you are planning to shortly move to another supplier. Could I spend a few minutes talking this through with you?
LLU is a challenge we can meet. For make no mistake, if we sometimes find the new open telecoms market confusing, customers find it a maze. That's why they will look to BT, to provide a solutions-based service, to manage the confusion, to cut through the complexity of the telecoms world, to be the natural first choice. We have the opportunity to meet that expectation, to enable our customers and to enable ourselves to meet the challenge of change.